quickly Addie can suck. I wonder how quickly Addie can suck down those wieners.
I don't know. Depends on how quickly she preps them.
Anyways, hey nobody. We're listening to Discord, the one and only pre-show to the YouTube. Well, Late Night Saints now. Sorry, force of habit.
Hey, we actually have 3 viewers, even with the Wingnut Roundup going on.
Yeah, Jeff. Anyways, every Friday, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be here to be the pre-show for the Late Night Saints.
Even when one of them is streaming at that time.
Rimshee's super salty. A lot saltier than I am.
I actually don't care that much. I'm just having fun with it.
He's got his obligations. Not nice to us with his obligations.
I've got obligations, but I'm also expecting packages from UPS, so that's good.
Oh yay! So I'll be all alone.
No, I don't. I ain't leaving during the show. Fuck that noise.
Anybody in the audience, if you just stick around till the end, we will just raid the Late Night Saints at the end, so you don't even have to click a fucking button.
Yes, Bar, we're on.
If you want to join us, you can.
Yeah, Addie's busy stuffing wieners in her mouth.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back.
Looks like it's all done.
Talk about timing. How many wieners did you get in your mouth at once?
None yet. I only made one, and I haven't eaten it yet. I'm doing it live.
Fuck it.
Also, no, just because I'm here doesn't mean the roundup is over. The roundup is not over.
Yeah, Bar, just join the channel Discord, hop into a waiting room.
Here, I'll actually give you the guest role, so there you can hop around.
Oh yeah, you can hop in anytime you want.
We have 2 viewers.
Hello, boys. I'm
and
here.
I think one
Addie.
of them's not me. That's a mistake. I will correct right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh shit.
Bar.
Oh god, sorry. I need to mute the show. Wait. Yeah.
Dumb fuck.
Excuse me.
You heard me.
Yeah, you do understand I can kill you and only get less than 10 years?
You gotta find me.
Oh.
Come find me.
Okay.
Bitch.
Oh, please, I just need to switch on Grindr in your area.
Let me do some quick Discord news. Currently, and most of the people here probably aren't gonna. Well, actually, we have 6 viewers, so maybe.
Love you, Addie.
The music bot for the server is currently having issues. There's no estimated time of correction. And you know, maybe run on a treadmill skull, practice. But no, the music bot is down, so we don't have the music bot for right now. It's a known issue that it is not staying in the voice channel and concluding the queue before even starting a song. Hell, it's not even popping into the voice channel.
It's been getting pretty glitchy over the past few months. I'm not necessarily surprised.
Yeah, this is actually something to do on the host end of things. Not even the developer, the server host. It may be on their end.
It's not our shit to fix, boys.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do except maybe use a different music bot in the meantime. If someone wants to suggest something, message a mod. Whatever. That's about it.
Most of the Flat Earth Discord servers that I don't hang out in anymore, but used to hang out in, they use music bots, so I can check out.
Yeah. Can you even get into most of those?
I'm still a member, yeah. Oh yeah, did I tell you guys about how I've actually talked to the guy that runs the Flat Earth convention?
No.
You did not mention this, no. But I think we should go to the next screen. Let's fade over there because that's it for Discord news.
Yeah. So I didn't find this out until I didn't put two and two together until I was watching Logan Paul's Flat Earth documentary with Ward the other day. So I am in the guy that runs.
Why would you drag that poor boy into your delusions?
It's the Logan Paul one. It's fucking hilarious.
Yes, but why would you drag Ward into it?
He asked. Okay.
Somehow I doubt that, given that it's you.
Anyways, so what I found out is I'm actually in that dude's extremely private Discord server that only he can send invites to. And I've actually talked to him. We just talked about religion and stuff. We didn't talk about Flat Earth. But
You know why he wants you in.
I just thought that's really interesting. Anyways.
You know why he wants you in there, right?
Why?
Because you got that tight little mouth.
Got that big old mouth? Got a tiny mouth.
Are you saying that Jables just slid on them DMs?
No, I got invited. I got invited there.
Into Jables DMs, and then Jables.
No.
And then he's gonna slide into Jables' pants.
No, he did send me the invite link. That was from recommendations of other people when I was in the middle of an argument.
Jables, you're gonna get molested.
One can hope.
I think it's
one can hope.
Is it molestation if you're asking for it?
What's it matter?
She's just relieved.
Yeah.
We'll go with that, yeah.
But I've been trying to weasel my way in. I've been trying to figure out how to convince him to let me send invites to it. It's not working. I have no plans.
He says, suspiciously denying.
Alright. Let's just jump into the first article.
Alright, which one's the first one again? That's right.
Beta.
Yep. Let's talk about beta again. Not beta, beta.
Beta adjacent. Let's be fair.
Yeah. Alright, you want to take this one and I'll take the next one?
Sure, why not? Man posing as Beto O'Rourke campaign worker arrested for breaking into South Austin home, affidavit said. A man who said he was campaigning for Beto O'Rourke was arrested Tuesday after breaking into a South Austin home and stealing a popsicle, according to an arrest affidavit. James Bradford Given II, 28, has been charged with burglary of a residence, a second-degree felony punishable by 2 to 20 years in prison, and a maximum fine of $10,000. He was being held Wednesday at the Travis County Jail on $12,000 bail. Online jail records show. Austin police say they were called about 3:30 p.m. Tuesday to the 800... Wow. Terribly... Obviously autocorrect. 3:30 p.m. Tuesday to the 800 block of Barton Avenue for a report that a person had broken into a home. When officers arrived, they said they caught Given coming out of the home and took him into custody, the affidavit said. According to the document, a witness told police that he had been doing yard work and saw Given wearing a Beto t-shirt and lingering at the front door of a neighboring property. He said he asked the man what he was doing, and Given answered he was campaigning for Beto for president. The affidavit said. You know how I know this isn't a satire article?
Because it's not funny enough?
Because it has typos.
True, yeah.
You know, sadly, that's true.
Oh, yeah. That's the quality of journalism we got these days, folks.
Satire
even
has
use auto-
correct grammar.
That's my number one list. Is this a satire or not? How well is it written? Is it written well?
Are there issues
typos?
with the grammar and spelling?
What was the bill set at?
12,000.
12,000 for the
Yeah.
bill? That's an
Yeah,
expensive
$12,000
fucking
bill.
popsicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that shit was delicious.
He got charged with burglary and breaking and entering. Of course.
Fucking pops.
It's
Dude,
really, yeah.
He probably
took him a
would
pop-
like. Here's the thing. Instead of doing it in like someone's home, if he had just like shoplifted a popsicle from the like freezer aisle of like a grocery store, they probably would have let him off.
Yeah, you're crazy enough. Just go the fuck away, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I think
I-
you
I
have it
worked
the other
at-
way around. I think you broke into the house and happened to see that it had popsicles and helped himself.
Hmm.
So it gets
Uh-huh.
dog tail wagging the dog in this case.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
said he saw Gibbon walk toward another house across the street and warned him that the property owner had dogs. The document said. After police arrived, the woman who owns the property told police that she. After police arrived, the woman who owns the property told police. See what I'm talking about? That she walked in on Gibbon eating a popsicle in her kitchen. Her son called 911. The app said. You know, it's probably been pretty hot down in Austin, Texas. Been cool off a bit. Jeez.
I mean, the guy didn't get shot, so
Should have.
Nice.
If I was in Texas, I would have, but that's for other reasons.
you would have gotten shot.
No, I would have done the
Oh.
shooting.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Sorry.
Yeah, and the next 3 paragraphs are just restating everything that was said above in the previous 3 paragraphs.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
that's
basically
another
a real
sign.
article.
That's another sign. This is guaranteed real.
Mhm.
Yeah. He doesn't look. No, he actually looks like the brother of the guy that runs the Flat Earth conventions.
Just look at him and see a really faggy Hugh Jackman impersonator.
Anyway.
That's one hell of a pompadour.
Well, if we can afford hair products, it can afford his own fucking popsicles.
You could also afford
Look
a
at
key.
He looks like he's.
Yeah, he does look a bit stoned.
A bit.
I'm being nice.
He's
Hey,
more
shut up,
stoned than
we're
an
gonna ban
Iraqi
you.
adulteress. That's just me.
No, he's not quite that stoned.
Mm.
You're not quite
Close.
that stoned.
Fair enough, but
Hey, we have 6 people watching.
He did break into a house to steal just a popsicle. So
That sounds like someone who's high.
basically we have not even like 3/4 the actual hosts. That's nice.
I'm not sure if it counts me as watching because I only have chat open.
Oh, I'm also watching them. Never mind.
Yeah, so we
Probably
have
2
2
actual
other people watching. One, and it seems to be Skull.
Yep.
Or
That's because
Addie's not, and we've got 3.
No,
Ah.
I also have the channel up. Remember, I wanted you to send me a link. I'm still waiting on that link.
That's nice. Moving on.
Yeah.
Look at it when the show's over.
Man allegedly gives false name during arrest, despite wearing name tag.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah.
A police
Look at
officer in Lincoln, Nebraska, noticed a suspect was wearing a name tag for a man wanted on 2 arrest warrants. Really?
Good.
What's in a name tag? Well, for one Nebraska man, it means criminal charges. Lincoln police arrested 26-year-old Markle Towner on Tuesday for allegedly resisting arrest and providing a false name to officers, the department wrote on Facebook earlier this week. Police responding to a report of a domestic assault around 10:30 p.m. lock his ass up, found the suspect Towner sitting in a parked vehicle outside the home. They noticed that Towner also had 2 warrants for his arrest. When they questioned Towner, he allegedly gave his name as Dingelio towns. Whatever the fuck that means. According to Omaha station KETV. However, the officers say that they noticed a lanyard... D'Angelo, fuck him. Noticed a lanyard around Towner's neck that read, Markle Towner. When Towner was told he was under arrest, police said he tensed up, resisted arrest, and yelled that he didn't do anything wrong. Towner was taken into... I didn't do nothing! I didn't do nothing! Towner was taken into custody after a struggle that lasted several minutes, police said. The department's statement also alleged that Towner's friends and family members surrounded the officers and tried to prevent the arrest. Towner is charged with resisting arrest, obstructing a government operation, false reporting, child neglect, and third-degree domestic assault, according to news station KOKN TV.
Wow, fuck that guy. By the way, that whole Dindu thing we just did, it's not racist. Rimshee is like 1/4,000th black.
I'm more black than Elizabeth Warren is Native American. Supposedly Native American.
I might be black, so...
If Elizabeth Warren counts as Native American, there is no way in hell I do not count as black.
I am multi-ethnical, so I'm a mutt.
Yeah, and
I know for sure I got like Middle Eastern, a lot of it. But the rest of it, I'm not, until I, spring for the money for the test, I can't be sure.
I'm Jewish, don't depress me.
We're like black descendant, so we miscegenate as fuck.
Alright, yeah, this
strategy,
is...
So.
Is it just me, or does this look like a fucked up version of Carlton Banks from Fresh Prince?
Jesus.
Kind of does. Just put a sweater on him.
Right?
Yeah. Well, he won't be dancing anywhere. That's for sure.
God. It's not unusual to be in love by anyone. All I'm just imagining is him doing that behind bars.
Oh
man, what the fuck?
You're right. It is Carlton's criminal cousin that's not the Fresh Prince.
It's not infringement. I like that.
Oh man.
Oh, that was a short fucking article. Okay. I'm glad we stacked up so many.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Who wants to take this one? Actually, I think you want this one, Jables.
I do. This happened
no,
in my area.
I want it.
No.
Okay.
This happened in my area.
Go for it, Jables.
Man builds fence around car share vehicle parked at home without permission. Seattle homeowner Dan Smith wants Car2Go to pay $65 a day in storage, $300 for the fence, and up to $500 for harassment fees.
It's a harassment fee?
Harassment fees.
That's a thing?
A Seattle man took exception to a car share vehicle that was parked without permission at his duplex, so he built a fence around it. Dan Smith tells Cairo TV he doesn't know who parked the Car2Go Mercedes May 17th, but it wasn't one of his tenants. By the next day, he had erected the barricade preventing other customers from using the vehicle. He wants Share Now, the company that operates Car2Go. For those of you that don't know, Car2Go, a bunch of people use it in Seattle. It's just a service. So instead of getting an Uber, you can just rent a car for a little bit.
Okay.
So they're making you be your own driver.
Yeah.
You rent a car. You rent it with other people. You have to pay for shit.
It's like self-checking machines at supermarkets.
Yeah, so how it works
Wow.
is you get an app on your phone for it, and then it shows you where the nearest car is, and then you just pay, and it unlocks the car, and then you just hop in, keys are there, you drive it around, do whatever you want. It charges, I think it charges per minute, but it's only like 50 cents a minute, for you to use it, and you just drive the motherfucker around everywhere. Oh, super easy. It's actually really convenient. Yeah, he wants Share Now, the company that operates Car2Go, to pay $65 a day in storage fees, $300 for the fence, and up to $500 for harassment fees. The company says it has been unable to remove the sedan because of the fence. Its policy requires approved areas to pay any towing and ticketing fee.
So, a couple of pieces of rebar is what they call the fence now?
Well, it's a couple pieces. I don't even think that's rebar.
Oh, that's rebar.
No, those are those are cheap. Those are like super cheap fence posts that you would use for like some barbed wire or some of that
No, you wouldn't use that for barbed wire.
Well, I've seen it used for barbed. But it's
is that those metal T-posts? Yeah, those are those metal T-posts.
Yeah, the metal.
Oh, and that's the
that would use for like
they could get through.
Yeah, that
like,
you use for T-bar.
You'd use them for like that plastic netting around construction sites, that sort of thing.
That's it. Oh boy. Yeah. However, shall they get their car back?
That's the thing. Technically, they can't take it out because it's on his property, and they have to tear out the post, and that's destruction of property. There's another crime on top of it. Anyways,
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Honestly, this is not a bad idea on his part. No, it was parked on his property. He has erected a fence around it, not because there was a car there, but hey, he erected the fence. Therefore, if they destroy the fence, they're destroying his private property. He's owed money. He also can charge storage fees because it's on his property.
Yep. The company says it has been able to remove the stolen sedan because of the fence. Policy requires customers who park in unapproved areas to pay any towing and ticketing fees. The company says it does not tolerate having its vehicles held for ransom.
Then don't park! Let people park them there!
Hey, I just read the chat. Bar, fuck off.
What?
Fuck off.
I'm sorry. Was it something I said?
I literally just said that it was something you said. You multi-ethnic individual.
Yeah, exactly. Just be vaguely racist towards me.
I don't know what to call you because you're
exactly.
You don't even know what you are. So. Oh God.
Insane.
Got
saying
real
you'd have to burn a question mark outside my house.
Mm-hmm.
There you
It's
go.
not going to be a cross.
Just do that weird Egyptian symbol that kind
No.
of...
No.
You mean the onk?
No. You take the cross,
No,
you
not
add
the
two
onk.
more boards, and you got an asterisk. And you got all your racist.
An asterisk suspended by something. Fuck me!
Yeah, it's the
Moving
same
on.
for the cross, Jesus. It's structurally the same shit.
Here, I'll try
Great,
to
now I'm
think
giving
of-
carpentry
Hold on.
tips to the KKK. And welcome to the alt-right home improvement channel.
Good job.
So
what's
that was
next?
the end of that article.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one. But, I mean, these are more... We're moving on to the science articles. Let's,
Hey, science.
Science. You want to take the first science article, Bar?
I have to see it first because, on my end, things shit's on a delay. But I'd be happy to read it.
Well, I'll absolutely be sharing
you
it
link it?
in
Yeah, that would work.
in live show. Go check live show, and you'll see it in just a second.
Will do.
Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll switch the screen. In the meantime, let's talk about shit, Addie.
Oh?
Let's talk about shit, Addie.
What are we talking about?
Harassment fees.
Oh.
There we go.
I think Bar seems convinced that I sleep with my landlord for rent.
No, you sleep with other men, so you can pay your landlord in cash.
Does that mean you've been doing it wrong this whole time?
Oh, no.
Shit.
I mean, cut out the middleman, why don't you?
I need Bar to come show me how it's done.
It's okay. We'll just sleep and I'll pretend it never happened. This way I stay straight. That's how it works.
I was gonna say, Bar does seem to have experience with harassment fees.
Mm.
On the receiving end, I mean.
Wait, Bar's on the receiving end?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Like, it's Rimshee's fantasy. Let him dream.
I have no fantasies. They've all been destroyed.
Like, just because I've been rolling around the floor with a bunch of dudes, that doesn't mean nothing. Anyway, here we go. It's a National Geographic article.
Yep.
Okay. Plants help absorb our carbon, but from how much longer? Since the industrial era, plants have been binging on carbon, but scientists worry they might soon have their fill. Yeah, because that changes on a whim. All the shrubs, vines, and trees that surround you play a critical part in pulling excess carbon out of the atmosphere. And a new study argues that plants are, to date, helping absorb excess carbon emissions. By the way, you should be thankful you're getting this kind of voiceover work for free.
You're welcome.
Just saying.
You're welcome for the opportunity.
Oh god, it's like being an intern all over again.
Oh, don't lie. Interns don't get paid.
I know.
Is this article purporting that the happening is going to happen?
One can hope.
That the plants are going to get sick of our shit?
I would hope so.
The plants are going to make everybody kill themselves?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Let's go on and find out, shall we? Let's not spoil it.
Let's talk about a movie.
But at some point, plants will get their fill of carbon, and the climate change helping hand they've extended will begin to recede, much like my hairline. Exactly when that will happen is a question that scientists are racing to answer. Since the Industrial Revolution began in the early 20th century, the amount of carbon in the atmosphere caused by human activity has rapidly increased. No shit. Using computer models, the studies office concluded that photosynthesis has increased by 30%. It's kind of like a silver lining in an otherwise stormy sky, says Lucas Cernisak, a study author and an ecophysiologist from James Cook University in Australia. A study was published in the journal Trends in Plant Science. How can they tell? Cernisak and his colleagues used data from a 2017 Nature study that measured carbonyl sulfide found in ice cores and air samples. In addition to carbon dioxide, plants take in carbonyl sulfide during their natural carbon cycle that is frequently used to measure photosynthesis on a global scale. Terrestrial plants are removing about 29% of our emissions that would otherwise contribute to growth the atmospheric CO2 concentration. What our model analysis showed is that the role of terrestrial photosynthesis is driving this land carbon sink in larger than estimated in most models, says Cernisak. Whatever the fuck that means. The carbon sink refers to the amount of carbon taken in by plants versus the amount that might naturally emit during deforestation or respiration. Some scientists are less confident about using carbonyl sulfide as a method to measure photosynthesis. Carrie Sandel is a biologist from Georgia Southern University that studies how plants grow under various climate change scenarios. Because plant absorption of carbonyl sulfide may vary by the amount of light, they said, Sandel says that the study's estimates could be overestimated, but she notes that most methods of measuring global photosynthesis have a degree of uncertainty.
Addie, no Mr. Hands.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
No Mr. Hands.
What are you talking about?
Jesus.
I'm looking at chat.
What chat? There's no chat.
Wow.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. So basically, it's like maybe, but not really. We're not sure. Wow.
Banned.
It's like couples counseling all over again. Anyway, tipping point. The levels of atmospheric CO2 are rising. It's assumed that eventually plants won't be able to keep it up. The response to the land carbon sink to increasing atmospheric CO2 remains the largest uncertainty in global carbon cycle modeling to date, and this is a huge contributor to the uncertainty in climate change projections, the Oakright National Laboratory notes on their website. Clearing land for ranching or agriculture and fossil fuel emissions are the biggest influences on the carbon cycle.
Fuck off!
Wow. That dialing goes to way back. Scientists say a tipping point is inevitable. More than the CO2 we emit will stay in the air. CO2 concentrations will rise quickly. Climate change will occur more rapidly, says Daniel Way. Did you just make up these degrees? No. An ecophysiologist from Western University. What can we do? Scientists from the University of Illinois and the Department of Agriculture has been experimenting with ways to genetically modify plants to store up even more carbon. An enzyme called Rubisco is responsible for capturing CO2 for photosynthesis, and scientists want to make it even more efficient. Yeah, I'm sure Steven Spielberg is just dying to make that movie. Learn more about how recent tests of modified crops.
Real quick. Addie, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the timeout would be that long.
Yeah, this is a long ass article.
I don't care.
No, never mind. There's shit going on in chat.
Yeah. Addie's bored.
I'm currently timed out for 534 more seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about worth it.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad.
Recent tests of modified crops have shown that beefing up the Rubisco increases yields up to about 40%, but using the modified plant enzyme on a large commercial scale could take more than a decade to implement. So far, tests have only been done on common crops like tobacco. It's unclear how Rubisco would alter trees which capture the most carbon. Fair enough. September 2018, environmental groups met in San Francisco to devise a plan to save forests. A natural asset, they say, is the forgotten climate solution. I think policymakers should respond to our findings by acknowledging that the terrestrial biosphere is functioning for the moment as an efficient carbon sink. This is James Cook's University Center. Take immediate measures to protect forests so that they can continue functioning this way, and get to work immediately to decarbonize our energy production. So basically, everything's working as they should, but it might stop, so we should do something about it. That's the gist of the article.
Plants aren't acting weird enough for us to claim that they're acting weird and we're gonna die, so we're gonna make shit up saying that it might happen.
Yeah, although it's actually adapting pretty well since it's up, 40%?
I said 30% earlier, but yeah. That's not too bad. I mean, our emissions have been a lot higher than that, but, let's start.
Does anyone remember when the planet was nothing but, lava and, radiation, and was completely inhabitable by anything?
Jesus, I'm not that old, Eddie.
Well, what I'm saying is I think the planet will survive us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're not going to kill the planet. To quote Jurassic Park, the book, there's nothing we can... The book. There's nothing we can do to kill the planet. We can only kill ourselves and take a bunch of other species with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing about climate change. The planet will be fine. It'll be totally fine.
Really fine.
That's not the worry. The worry is, will we be fine?
I mean, I'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be long dead by the time this actually like unfolds.
Yeah.
Also, if we're going extinct, let's not go alone.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think we. Never mind.
Never mind.
Nuclear war now.
I hope that I have fair warning when I'm gonna die, so I can kill a puppy and bring a cute puppy to the other side with me.
The puppy will go to heaven, you'll go to hell.
Ah, fuck.
Well, Addie, here's your fair warning. You're gonna die.
You're gonna die within the next, like 5 seconds to 50 years.
Wow, that's really
Rimshee?
No. that is my psychic powers working to tell you what's gonna happen.
Excuse me, police.
I think Addie has a potential of more than 50 years.
All right. It'll potentially be from natural causes.
I was horribly threatened by a cyberbully on Twitch.com.
Just turn the computer off. Cyberbullying? What the fuck's that?
Oh, shut up, Addie. You're gonna die of natural causes sometime between the next 10 seconds and 80 years.
See, and now I'm being mansplained how death works.
Yeah.
There really is no safe space for women online.
You're not a woman.
Oh, now I'm being misgendered. Oh, how do you know what I am?
Because you've told me!
We've seen pictures, Addie. You've shown them to us.
We've explained it on the show because the chat.
See, I don't have a medical degree, but I'm gonna try and say that I'm gonna guess you don't need the services of a gynecologist anytime soon.
What?
How do you know?
Don't ask questions, Bart.
Because our Discord got flooded with evidence. That's why.
Maybe I go for fun.
That shit.
Maybe it's a hobby of mine to just go to the gynecologist.
And he just looks at you and...
You know what? I would love to be like, no, this is my partner, and walk in with a dude or a trans woman to a gynecologist and just see the reaction of the gynecologist. That would be fantastic.
live in California, and it's probably happened before.
Oh, I guarantee you it's happened before. I'm a woman now! I need a pussy doctor!
Rimshee, I wish you could understand how problematic you're being right now.
Here, hold on. No, this is a serious thing. Because it's the whole, like, all the trans stuff, I think gynecologists should also be trained to do prostate exams.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, because, that's called taking a second specialty and being on a proctology.
Here's the thing. Most gynecologists are women. So I agree.
Oh.
What are you trying to say?
What are you saying, Rimshee?
I am just bringing up facts. You can infer from those facts what you want.
I'm just talking about equality here. That's all.
I agree. Equality is a good thing.
So, what happens when
I really wish
female to male trans dude decides to go to a urologist?
Urinary tract infections.
Yeah, they deal with.
Fuck me.
Urologists deal with that shit too.
Yeah, that didn't line. That happened.
I would like to take a moment to shine a spotlight on Y2K's comment in the chat. Sir, this is your 4th exam this week. The flowers are not helping.
Yes. Gold.
There you go. The audience.
That's how you pick up ladies.
I won't explain how I picked up Miss Rimshee.
I pick up ladies by demanding that gynecologists also do prostate exams and then constantly going to the gynecologist.
Like I said, I'm not going to explain how I picked up Miss Rimshee.
For legal reasons, and
Well,
as your
well-
fake lawyer, I recommend you
Now-
stay that way.
Now you have to because you just shined a light on it, you idiot.
Well,
I actually know this story.
it involves.
I can say this in a way worse way than you want it to sound, dude.
Do it! I want to hear your way worse way.
I'll tell you what. It involves a sleepover with his sister.
God damn.
She didn't sleep over that night. Anyway, moving on. I'm taking this next one.
Rimshee?
Oh,
Yes.
Rimshee? How old was the sister?
What?
How old was the sister?
This was 3 years ago, so 25.
I like the question mark.
I'm trying to
Why don't
remember
you have
how
a-
old I am.
Rimshee?
Yeah.
Rimshee? Why don't you have a seat?
No,
like a
no.
cookie?
I'm pretty
I
sure
was
she doesn't qualify.
28 at the time, which means my sister was 26, which means Miss Rimshee was 25.
Who the hell has sleepovers at that age?
No. I just want to point out that for a trained US
Oh, why do you Ken?
for a trained you're not very good at thinking on your feet.
Jesus.
Let's move on to the next article.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I said,
why
I can make it a
don't
lot.
I think this is a funnel that's just spiraling. Let's put a brick wall there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it.
Scientists propose a wild idea for cleaning the atmosphere, and it would mean more CO2. This is interesting. I am curious. Sorry, I'm posting it in the live show so the other ones can join in and actually read along if they're not going to, but just so they can.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, like I said.
Yeah, I just read the other one by myself, so I'm taking a break now.
I wasn't even listening.
The window for climate action is
Addie.
what?
Like all women, you never listen.
Oh, now I'm a woman. Okay.
You're
Yeah,
a
exactly.
woman when it suits us. Shut up.
When I can be
When we
I
want to
can be
bad
your
mouth you,
feminine
when
punching
we want to
bag,
have sex
that's
with
when I'm
you.
a woman. Okay, alright.
We love
Okay,
you, Addie.
alright.
Don't hurt us.
Alright.
Don't kill us in our sleep, please.
Oh god. Oh, that would require effort. I'm not about that life.
Anyway, the window for
Hold on,
climate action.
Wait. Before you get into this, I have to respond to Larry here. Some Dave
Oh,
Rubin
no.
science. No, this is real science. It's from sciencealert.com, which is
Yeah.
It's got science in the name, Larry.
yeah.
What the hell's wrong
It's got
with you?
science in the fucking title, in the URL.
What
of
more
the
credentials do you
fucking
need? Jesus
website.
Christ.
Yeah.
All right, let's read. The window for climate action is closing before our very eyes. And as emissions continue to rise, researchers at Stanford are asking us to consider the lesser of two evils.
I agree with that.
I'm not reading this like an 80s action movie anymore.
I was thinking more like
I can.
more insane.
In a new commentary, the authors propose a wild idea that could intentionally release more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Keanu Reeves, Morgan Freeman.
Holy fuck, Barr is the movie trailer guy.
He is. He is. All right, continuing.
Okay.
Continuing on. In a new commentary, the authors propose a wild idea that would intentionally release more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, while getting rid of an even worse greenhouse gas, methane. Methane is the second...
It's pronounced worser.
Shut up.
Even
hold on,
worse.
real quick. Is it weird that I would actually watch that movie? That
What,
was
Keanu
just,
Reeves?
No,
Morgan
it wouldn't. I would too.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be John Wick 4. Just shoot everyone that drives a
How do you solve global warming? You kill all the humans!
There you go. It's only gonna have like 10% more body count than the last one, so.
Starring Jack Black, Morgan
Jesus,
Freeman.
no.
Starring Christian Slater.
Wow.
Of the United States.
Methane is the second most dominant greenhouse gas, and while slightly less prolific than CO2, it is 84 times more potent. Converting this agricultural and industrial byproduct into more CO2 is therefore not as crazy as it might sound at first. Of course, swapping these two gases would require industrial methane removal, as well as efficient conversion technology, neither of which currently exists.
So
If-
basically, we have a solution. We just haven't figured out how to do it remotely.
Of course, swapping these two gases would... Yeah, neither of which currently exist. If both these hurdles can somehow be cleared, however, the authors think their idea could remove 3.2 billion tons of methane from the atmosphere, restoring concentrations of pre-industrial levels and reducing global warming by 15%. I'm excited about this project because we have a chance to restore the atmosphere to the way it used to be and give people a reason to hope for the future, says lead author Rob Jackson in a recent video on this research. The solution would not exist on its own, but would instead join a larger, more concerted effort to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in the first place. Still, once the pollution is already up there and out of our hands, removing some of the worst offenders could be extremely helpful. Scientists are already talking about doing this with carbon, but the Stanford researchers think we need to focus more on methane. It's more difficult to capture than carbon, mostly because of methane's lower concentration in the atmosphere, but the team has an idea. A crystalline material known as zeolite has the potential to act as a sponge, they say, soaking up methane from the atmosphere. The porous molecular structure, relatively large surface area, and ability to host copper and iron in zeolites make them promising catalysts for capturing methane and other gases, says co-author chemist Ed Solomon.
But wait, you two can have one. Calm out. Starting to sound like a goddamn infomercial pitch.
I'm trying to just fuck with these guys, with how these guys sound. It just makes it more fun.
Well, okay, so this also reminds me of an article we covered a while back where they were going to just put a weather balloon way up into the atmosphere and then pop it and just have it spread a bunch of shit and pretty much make sunscreen for the Earth.
Yeah, that apparently worked.
Oh, did it? I haven't seen a
No,
article on that.
can't you tell?
No.
Being ironic here, James.
I think I'm too stupid to
fix it.
understand what any of this means.
That's
We all
okay.
No,
It's a good thing.
You're not stupid. You're
Maybe-
just a woman, Eddie.
Again. Again.
Twitch.
Suddenly, because it's
what we call
convenient for your joke, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I think you've got a little too much
I feel like Nathan
testosterone
Lane
to
in the
be a
Birdcage.
female. But you can be a woman.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna get
We're
kicked off
inclusive,
the show.
Twitch.
It's
Listen,
only
we're
our-
inclusive.
Yeah.
It's only our second week on here,
I'm
We're gonna
I'm your
get kicked
token
off
trans
Twitch.
person, just so you have, that like, oh, it's okay. I can make this comment. We have a tranny here.
Yeah,
You meet
I always describe this show as a Marine, a tranny, and an alcoholic get in the room and talk about some science shit.
Well, actually, the surprising thing is that the Marine's not also the alcoholic.
Yeah,
Oh.
the weird fucking part.
You fucked up that line. You could have just gone a tranny and an alcoholic get into a room to discuss things, and that's just me.
But I'm not an alcoholic. Generally,
I'm
the
a
only
J-boy.
drink I have during the week is during
Well,
the
wait.
show.
Wait, the only thing you denied being was an alcoholic. So you're a Marine and a trainee?
I will not comment.
I did not realize we had so much in common, Rimshee.
Female to male. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
why I
I gotta
can't have
ask.
kids, despite
Yeah,
the
go
fact
ahead.
that I've gotten past girlfriends pregnant.
Yeah. Go on.
Moving on!
No,
He called in old Greg and he showed me his underpants.
Go on, man.
What the hell is your avatar?
That is Miyamoto Musashi's sword guard that he designed himself.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
like
see it now.
He's a big historical figure for me. Yeah, most people just see other stuff for Freudian reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
you went there too?
I definitely saw a sword guard, but I wasn't sure of its origin or anything like
The
that.
two interlocking
I bet you
rings.
did,
Yeah.
you fucking weeb.
Although I will say this, there are plenty of times that I mix up yours and D6's icon.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they're both
because
black
it's-
and white and
black
vaguely,
and white. Yeah, yeah.
and vaguely
Yeah,
circular.
I see it now. I see it now.
Anyway, continuing on.
Yeah.
That's been bugging me since I joined the fucking Discord.
Yeah. It's kind of on purpose at this point because it kind of like messes with people.
You're a naughty boy.
Yeah, but like he's like one of those few historical figures I still have a lot of admiration for.
Hmm.
But that's
Was he the one that like told some like young samurai that he would meet him on an island, and then he had him like row all the way out to the island, but like he took his oars or something and just left him there?
No. What happened is he would show up purposely late to duels, so he'd piss the fuck out of his opponents and throw them off his game.
Oh.
And one time he tried to make sure that the duel would be more or less happening on the tide turn, so he could get the fuck away before the guy's family could lynch him.
Oh. Nice.
Oh yeah, like he was very, very pragmatic like that.
Mm.
The guy like in the 16th century when asked about firearms said, "Yeah, what they do well. I'm not fucking with that."
Wow, we have 8 people watching.
Oh.
Let's
Like his
continue
entire
on
life.
with this article.
We could do a show just about
Fine,
yeah, go on.
let's stop talking about interesting shit about samurai and stuff, and let's talk about more gay nerd shit.
You know what? Next time we have Bar on, we'll be sure to have an article about the samurai. That way we can talk at length about the samurai.
Nah,
Blood swords.
Nah,
Talk
yeah,
about blood swords.
yeah, I'm technically your Blade correspondent.
Yeah. Anyway,
Go on.
in practice, the whole contraption would look like a giant electric fan, forcing air through a series of chambers lined with zero lights.
Wait,
Or
what are you
other
talking about again?
This looks like a Thunderfoot video in the making.
or other similar catalysts. Once captured, the methane could then be heated to form and release carbon dioxide. To get back to pre-industrial methane levels under this scenario, we would be adding over 8 billion tons of CO2 into the atmosphere, a few months
Cool.
worth of today's carbon emissions. Oh no.
Cool, that's really interesting. I don't care.
Shut up.
This article sucks. It's too many big science words. I don't know what's going on.
It's not trivial,
I'm
but
bored.
it's
We're
not a deal breaker.
Yeah,
Jackson told
you call me
Scientific
dumb,
America.
Jesus, Daddy's going rogue.
When does Addie not go rogue?
god. That's the only reason I'm on the show.
Yeah,
Supposed to be the dumb
What
one.
was it like before I joined? Like,
we made it through
no.
articles.
It was me and Rimshee agreeing on everything. That's something that happened recently. Rimshee and I sat down for like half hour, 45 minutes trying to figure out shit we disagreed on.
And the only conclusion we could come to is maybe there are minor factors on things we disagree on, but for the most part, big picture, we generally agree.
So, Jable's got himself a yes man?
Fuck yeah, I did.
you guys were saying you made it through articles before I joined the show, but like, did you have viewers?
No.
No.
Like by the end of the show, did they fall asleep?
Oh no, they were still there talking.
They didn't know how to close the window.
I also just realized how
They're too
arrogant
busy
that made
licking
me
it.
sound. Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
It's
I just-
okay.
I just realized how insanely arrogant that just made me sound.
Uh-huh.
I didn't mean it that way, I promise.
Addie, I've told you from the beginning, we brought you on for the sex appeal so that we get more audience members. That's
All you
been
can
the get-go
hear-
from the beginning.
All you can hear is my slightly gay-inflected voice.
No,
Join
you're on
the
camera
Discord
right now.
to
We
get
have
her
to-
nudes.
You don't even know. We hacked into your webcam. You have no idea.
I don't have a webcam.
It's
so
on-
that's really
no.
That's what
Behind
you
the paywall.
think.
I'm just a fucking like shouting spastic that's usually drunk.
Mm.
I'm sure that's probably someone's fetish, but
Ooh, baby.
Mm.
but anyway,
It's Jeff's fetish, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
true, it is.
Anyway, continuing on. Depending on its size and efficiency, a system like this could end up costing a lot. Carbon capture itself has received plenty of criticism in the past for being an expensive climate option. The researchers are hopeful this will not be the case with methane. If a price on CO2 can be implemented, they say it can even generate significant revenue. A 100 mil by 100 mil, or meter maybe, array processing air at a wind speed of 20 kilometers an hour, and converting 20% of that methane in air could, in principle, generate US $500,000 to US $5 million of income a year operating at 90% capacity, the authors calculate. What is 20 kilometers an hour in freedom units? Someone please tell me. I'm going to keep reading while someone figures that out.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, I don't know math.
Someone's going to look it up on Google. Maybe. We don't have a big thing, so...
I thought freedom units was just a gun's rate of fire.
That's another freedom unit.
Yeah.
Freedom units
Yeah,
are...
no.
Oh, 62 miles per hour is 100 kilometers per hour, so...
Huh.
Roughly a third of that. So roughly 30 miles an hour, 36 miles an hour. Somewhere in there.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's actually not a big deal.
I've been hit by a car going about that fast.
Y2K says that 62 miles per hour is 100 kilometers per hour.
12.4 miles per hour.
That
Said.
that just
Oh
reminds
yeah,
me
that would be.
of,
Yeah, I'm looking at this wrong. So that would
that
be
just re-
1/5, and 1/5. Yeah, about 12. That's even better. About 12.25 miles an hour, 12.5 miles an hour. That's not
that
bad.
just remi-
Yeah, I've been hit by a car going that fast. It's not that big of a deal.
that just reminded me of when I was a kid, and I asked my dad why there were two readings on the speedometer. One was MPH, one was KPH, and he told me KPH was Spanish miles per hour.
Well, technically not wrong. Kilometers is still kilometers.
Yeah.
Spanish, so.
My dad.
He didn't actually lie to you.
Kilometers.
My dad
Kilometro.
tripped me the fuck out because there was like a digital speedometer in the van that we had, and he switched it over to kilometers per hour, so it looked like we were going 120.
So fast.
Are you fucking driving, Dad? Yeah.
Well,
Like
I'm gonna
pushing
finish
off there.
up these last 3 paragraphs, and I'm gonna.
Dear
let's-
God,
Sorry, that
please
is
do.
deeply insulting to the Spanish. Please go on.
Methane conversion would likely be more expensive per ton than negative emissions of CO2, and its potential cost and profitability remain uncertain. But it could yield greater climate and economic value because of methane's greater potency as a greenhouse gas. Most scenarios for carbon removal are predicted to take decades and won't even come close to restoring things to pre-industrial levels. The idea of methane conversion seems extreme and has risky unknowns, but it seems that some researchers are willing to consider it. Anyway,
Yep.
I think we've just talked enough shit about this one that we're ready to move on. Oh, and the
Like, we
Wingnut
might have a
Roundup is
plan.
done, but we only gained like a couple people.
Huh.
Yeah. Kids, notification. And people maybe getting food. And
Thanks, Jeff.
yeah, Jeff.
Half.
Come on, Hiff!
I Hiffy, Papa Hiffy,
Papa Hiffy.
Papa Hiffy.
This show is an
Jeffrey.
acquired taste.
It's
Like
not
ass.
acquired taste. You love it. You didn't have to grow it, and you loved it since you first joined in. I know you did.
Mm.
Oh God.
Just a reminder, Late Night Saints will be on after this on Twitch. Also, if you just hang out around here, we'll just rate them, and you'll be instantly pushed over to their stream.
It's a
Jake
good
and Lindsay
thing.
don't want you to know that Jeff is doing the setup part and that the show is live right now, but they're not actually doing the show yet. But you can hang
Yeah.
out with Jeff and suggest music and stuff. It's way
Shut
more
the
fun
fuck
than this, but don't do it.
Shut the fuck up, Daddy.
Really, Jeff?
Eddie.
I
That's
guess
how
habits die hard. We need to beat it. God.
Addy, you're the reason why so many trans people are afraid of getting the shit beat out of them.
As they should be.
Wait, how did we go down to 7 and then back up to all the way up to 9? We were at 8 before. What the hell happened?
what the
I'm not complaining. I'm not
Jable-
complaining.
Who the fuck renamed me to Who is Smelly?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
It wasn't me. It certainly wasn't me. I would never do that.
Alright, maybe we should pop over the next article. I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
Here,
I want to talk about some
here,
wood.
hold on, I'll fix it.
Oh, you want to skip China and go straight to wood?
Yeah, fuck China.
Fuck China and their greenhouse gas. Let's just pop it on the screen
Yeah.
real quick. Guess
That's
what?
too greenhouse.
Scientists discover
wait.
China has been secretly emitting banned ozone-depleting gas. Shocker!
No.
China is full of shit.
Yeah,
China's
China's
doing-
corrupt.
she's
What
not
do you
supposed-
fucking do? News to everybody? Not to me.
Scientists found that between 40 and 60% of the total global CFC-11 emissions originate from eastern China. Shocker! Fuck them. Let's move on to getting our hardwood on. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go for it, James.
who were you asking? Oh, okay.
You
Eddie?
said you wanted to talk about wood.
I
I
want
just
you
wanted
to
to
know
see
the
China
only reason you
article.
don't get dragged behind the truck is because I don't know. I don't like to drive.
Twitch. We're on Twitch, people.
Nobody watches this.
We've got 9 viewers right. Actually, hold on.
We had.
We have 7 viewers right now. Do you really think anyone cares?
that is explicitly against Switch's teal.
What was it?
Never mind. This engineered wood radiates heat into space.
God damn it! I told you to tell me when you were ready! Alright, now it's up.
Yeah.
Read, bitch!
Did the thing.
Read.
This engineered wood radiates heat into space, potentially slashing cooling costs. Households in the U.S. Southwest spend about 400. Sorry, I can't keep that up. Spend about $400 per year to cool their homes. About twice the national average. Now, a new type of wood that radiates heat into space could offer some relief. If used on a building's exteriors, such as in siding and roofs, that was roofs. Whatever. The material could drop a building's temperature as much as 10 degrees Celsius. That's quite a bit, and reduce cooling costs as much as 60%. Engineered wood, yeah. I don't want to be erected.
By hand.
No.
Needs a lot of
robots
polish
for that now.
Do we?
Oh no.
Jesus. Yeah, Addie's worried now. There goes the rent money.
Wait. A scientist who specializes in wood science.
Yeah.
I want to see that business card.
This is my favorite hardwood.
It's a chemist who specializes in wood science. University Corvallis. Hey, Jeff. You want to experiment with some wood science?
Well, I think Jeffrey's done enough experimentation to get himself a doctorate.
Well, Y2K thinks that Eddie's worried about engineered wood erections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinky.
I mean, if you can like mass produce them cheaply, what place is there for me? It's like that's me finally being replaced by automation.
You already do mass produce them cheaply.
I do.
Okay.
The bit is that I'm a whore.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Whores get paid.
Wow. Okay, this is getting better.
Anyways.
See, Mom, I finally have a real degree.
No. Larry, she worked hard on.
She worked a hard what? Oh no.
Horse put out. Oh god. We are not long for Twitch.
Nope, not gonna make that joke. I'll tell you guys off here.
I don't. Yeah, I got something really fucked up in mind, but yeah, I can see it later.
And potentially. Oh fuck! Hold on, let me just restart this prayer. This is just brilliant work, John's.
Larry, let's be real. This is what the show will always devolve into.
Yeah. That's the point. The articles are just placeholders.
True.
That's true. Yeah. Oh! You could have just said that out loud. That's not really what I was going to say.
What sucks is that when the VOD goes up, the whole nobody that watches it won't see the chat.
Yeah. Oh,
See?
that's a fun. We should talk about that.
Yeah, maybe I may be setting something up on the sidebar in the future. We'll see.
Yeah, that honest like our interaction with chat, I think, is probably the only real like comedy value that we have because we're certainly not funny.
I don't know. I laugh at you all the time.
Speak for me.
Well,
Jeez, don't speak for yourself.
Oh, We should finish this.
Probably.
I don't know. This is a lot of shit about fake wood being able to radiate heat.
Not fake, it's just engineered.
Plastic films and paints that absorb heat and re-emit that energy at longer mid-IR wavelengths, which air doesn't absorb.
Cool.
You understand, for example, that casein is a plastic, but it comes from milk. And for it is natural.
Yep.
So saying something is plastic doesn't automatically mean it's like a petrol derivative. Fucking English language.
So, you know what? This one we're kind of just like, yeah, wood. Engineered wood radiates heat into space. It does it with science.
Yeah, it was good for 2 puns.
I'm not sure how it puts the heat into space. Are they talking like into like space in between the wood itself, or are they talking into outer space?
No, what they're saying is that when most materials heat up, they emit heat as photons of near-infrared light. The light is readily absorbed by molecules and surrounding air, trapping the heat. And keeping houses, for example, hot. But in the past 2 years, researchers have devised plastic films and paints that absorb heat and re-emit that energy at longer mid-IR wavelengths, which air does not absorb. If emitted towards the sky, these photons pass unimpeded and dump their energy into deep space. But to use these materials in buildings, engineers need to laminate rooftop or siding materials with the plastic or apply heat-emitting paints.
Yeah, and like it.
So it's not the wood; it's the paint or the plastic on it.
Okay, that is a bit misleading.
Fuck you, article.
You wanna just jump onto
Should we go Duffel blog? That other one, huh?
Let's just
or the feel good.
Well, we got about 15
We do
minutes.
feel good articles now.
We could fit in the last 3.
All right. Let's. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's do Duffel blog. I want you to do this.
All right. John Walker Lind killed in drone strike moments after release. Benedict, Montana. American Taliban John Walker Lind tastes freedom for approximately 47 seconds before a Hellfire missile fired from an unmanned aerial vehicle ensured he would never taste anything ever again, sources confirmed today. After spending 17 years in federal prison for providing services to the Taliban, the Bureau of Prisons announced earlier this week that it would release Lind promptly at 12 p.m. at an undisclosed location in Benedict, Montana, population 645, where he would spend 3 years on parole at the Bergdahl House of Recovery. We released him at the local soccer field to minimize collateral observers, a government official said, speaking on the condition of anonymity. I just came out to see what all the fuss was about, said Sarah Duvall, who witnessed the strike. I noticed a strange shadow, kind of in the shape of an MQ-9 Reaper drone, she said. Then, a loud noise and a flash of white light, and the man in the field just disappeared. Must have been a UFO. Duvall could not be reached for further comment. The incident has reignited the debate over the use of drone strikes on American citizens. As far as I'm concerned, anyone who would use drones to execute American citizens without due process is unfit for office. Period. Former Vice President Joe Biden said at a town hall near Anwar, Michigan. Just because Hellfire missile fragments were found at the scene does not mean we were involved, said White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders. But if we were, it's probably because this administration kills traitors instead of releasing them. Moments later, President Trump tweeted, "We got him!"
Oh God. We came, we saw, he died. Did I ever tell you guys about the time I accidentally ended up in Montana?
No.
Not a fun story, doesn't matter. I accidentally ended up there. I went all the way through Idaho.
How'd you do that? I was high on
I wasn't.
insane
No, I wasn't
clown
high
posse.
yet. I was. No, I was not listening.
I was driving with juggalos, and they kept saying, "Oh no, my turn's a little further. Keep going."
Actually, we were listening to ICP on that trip. And that's a different fucking story. Oh man. Idaho's pretty though. Montana's pretty too.
Yeah.
Made it about 20 miles in before I realized I had to go back the other way.
And just in case anyone is not aware, Duffel Blog is satire.
Do we really have to clarify that? Just assume that what we're reading is satire 90% of the time.
At least with the last couple of articles. But
Yeah.
Duffel Blog is without a doubt satire. No one was killed with a drone.
Addie, I think you would like to read this article. This next one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you're wrong.
I think
No, I
you're-
think he's
you're-
right.
Alright, what is it, this one?
Just look in the live
Oh, okay. Alright. Hold on, let me fucking get in the goddamn
Yeah,
window,
that's-
you... Okay.
Act like a professional, Adam.
Fuck off.
I am not shorter than Morty. I'm the same height.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Utah. Man is struck by lightning while masturbating the Bible. WorldNewsDailyReport.com. Is this satire?
Yes.
Where facts don't
Yeah.
matter. Okay, yeah, alright. Okay. Mount Pleasant, Utah. A repentant man from Utah was found in critical condition and rescued by Mount Pleasant patrol officers after the 66-year-old man allegedly told officers he had been masturbating to the Bible moments before being struck down by a lightning bolt. That's a sick fucking...
The Bible has very little fab material.
Whoa.
Have
hold
you
on.
ever
would
read
actually
the
be
Bible?
You would be extremely surprised.
Nah, I mean, all the good bits are in the Old Testament.
Yeah. Never
That's
said
still
it was
the
the New
Bible.
Testament.
It's still the Bible.
Yeah.
And come on, you don't want to know how many times I've defaced a hotel Bible.
Bible.
Yeah, I've been thinking about a theory. Like, there's a whole section in the Bible where these two chicks get their dad drunk and then they fuck him.
Yeah.
So that they can get pregnant.
Lots daughters. I know my
Yeah.
shit. I was raised Catholic.
The Book of Genesis
Yeah.
is really just incest fanfic that got out of hand. God damn it, Y2K.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
He's not wrong.
God made Adam and Eve. Does that make
There's
them
a lot of-
siblings?
They do have the same DNA.
Yeah, because Adam was made first, and then Eve was a rib plucked from his rib cage, somehow
Yeah, but if you-
expanded because God is magic, and then carved into a woman.
If you look at the extra non-canonical text, God actually made Lilith first, but Lilith was like, "Fuck you, Adam. I don't like you." And then God
Fables, the
killed
expanded
Lilith.
universe doesn't count. Oh wait, that's Star Wars.
God made Adam and Eve, and he also made a snake. And have you seen what Japan does with eels? Why did you not say that out loud, Addie?
I don't know.
Keep reading! Keep reading! Oh my god!
Oh, okay. The religious man who had decided to go for a stroll on Mount Pleasant that day was caught offset by a raging storm, which ultimately might have cost him his life. Since my wife passed away last year, I often seek the tranquility of the hiking trails of Mount Pleasant, he told local reporters. I bring my Bible and meditate about God, Jesus, and the creation. He explained. I strongly believe God has punished me for my sinful ways that day, and I'm glad God has given me a second chance to spread his word and tell my story, he added. John Taylor believes that being struck by lightning was a divine message and hopes to share his story amongst his fellow men while giving an okay sign.
That's not an okay sign, but we're not going to talk about CNN.
Well, it's vertically oriented, so it's meant for something else.
He's just closing his hand over something. Anyway, let's go.
Oh, don't make that joke. Okay. Masturbation is a sin. Mr. Taylor wholeheartedly decries the fact that he was masturbating to the Bible moments before being struck down by lightning, a fact he wishes to share with others. Okay. I am ashamed to say that I was fulfilling my dirty needs while holding this sacred object, written down from the spoken word of God. If God has intended this to be my punishment for my sinful ways, then I feel I must share my story with the world so that others may avoid this dreadful path, he admits, visibly humbled by the whole experience. Reading Ezekiel with a pure mind. Mr. Taylor acknowledges his sexual urges exploded while reading verses of Ezekiel 19 and 20, which he warns must be read only by strong, devout Christians with a greater understanding of the Bible's inherent truths. I was a bit depressed that day, and that is when the devil brought me to these passages and filled my body with sinful urges, he decries. I was weak then, but God has shown me the way, and until I die I shall share my story so others don't pay as heavy a price as I did. Acknowledges the man that has suffered serious burns and injuries from the lightning bolt. Ezekiel verses 19 and 20 read as follows. Yet she became more and more promiscuous as she recalled the days of her youth, when she was a prostitute in Egypt. There she lusted after lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys and whose emission was like that of horses.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Big ass dicks and lots of cum.
I don't know if that's legit or not.
Yeah, that's the actual passage.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's legitimate.
I need to read the
Well,
Bible.
from the NIV, it's a little bit it's a little bit more iffy. Yes, Mr. Hands.
If you want to know how to get off, just read the Bible.
Yeah, I don't think it would be too couth to read the wholesome article after that.
We're about
4 minutes out anyway. We're just a little too
close
anyway, so it works out.
I don't think we should read
What
the
the
last.
fuck, Y2K?
The last one
Oni
is
begin, Oni-san. Oh, no. That's too far. No one needs a Bible
no.
anyway.
Yeah, we don't need Bible weebs. Oh no! Wait a second, Christians are just Bible weebs.
Oh, fuck you, Jables.
Ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh.
Wait, what does that make Mormons?
Bible weebs that think dubs are okay. I don't. Oh, what does that make Mormons? Good question. Think about that.
Oh man.
I got the Mormons coming back next weekend, so. Okay. So, anyways, with that, we've been the Let's Just Saints of Discord, your one and only pre-show to the YouTube Saints, which is going to start. We're going to raid you guys over there, so don't bother clicking on anything else. It's
You'll go to the closing screen for about 5 seconds. We'll raid you over, and then we'll shut down the stream at about the right time. So anyone popping over can fuck off.
Yeah.
And then in private, I'm gonna tell the joke that I wasn't.
Although to be fair, I think it's only Larry that's left.
Aw.
I could be
No,
wrong.
Larry's still here.
Yeah, no, I think it's only Larry that's left on the show. So Larry, hold on. There's 5. There's 4 of us in the show, and Larry's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So she get rewarded.
We
It's
just
like a
raid.
Marvel after credit movie.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
just Jables
Well,
telling a really
we'll,
racist joke.
Love you, Larry.
Larry,
Much love to
you're
you.
the best.
You get people.
No homo.
And unlike Mun, you actually have good taste.
I didn't forget to click, Larry. I just took longer to click. Anyway,
Yeah. Go on, Rimshee.
we Jables, if you'll do the outro.
Yeah, we've been here. Let's just Saints of Discord. Your one and only pre-show for the late night Saints. Every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to stick in for the end of the show where we will just raid the late night Saints. Always over here on Twitch from now on. You can catch the other shit over on YouTube later on. Whatever. Fuck it. Let's go.
Bye, everyone.
Bye! I have the